With Workpulse now set up and activity data coming in from different members of your team, let's jump in and take a look at some of the different types of views that you're able to access from within Workpulse to give you a better visibility into how individual teams or staff are performing. So as we reviewed before on your real-time dashboard, you can sort of get an at-a-time glance of how many employees that you have, the current work situation. Are they, working? Are they slacking and unproductive? And then what does that productivity score look like? And then you can also see which apps and websites that they're actively using in real time. All of this is, 100% real time, as well as if you're using the projects, tasks, and tasks and projects mode, you'll be able to see which specific task and project that they're actively working on at the time as well. So let's jump into an employee here. And what's really fantastic is the amount of data and the visualization that Workpulse gives you into an individual's performance and how you can see that trending over time. So we have an activities chart, which shows on a day-by-day basis the productive, unproductive, and neutral breakdown of an individual employee. You can view the screenshots. It'll show you the most recent screenshots, as well as the ability to jump in and see more. And then for an individual, you can see the top apps and websites that they're using and how that trends over time. At the top right-hand corner is where you can select the different timeline that you're looking at. So if you just want to look at, for example, today or last month, you can do that as well. And that's going to go ahead and then filter down these types of the app and website usage, for example, so that you can get an idea of what that looks like on a more granular basis. We find that our customers really enjoy using a few parts of this tool. So, for example, being able to get an understanding of how one employee and which apps and websites they're using the most, and maybe how that compares against another employee is a measure of how productive or how they're performing. And another really nice view, I'm going to go back to a bit bigger of a timeline, for example, like last month. You can also click on the timesheets tab, which is going to give you a more tabular breakdown day by day of how many hours they had, how their productivity was for that day. And what's really fantastic with this is it gives you a really nice way to be able to see how someone is trending and changing over time, and also a way to benchmark employee versus employee. So you can say, okay, what was the what was the productivity score over the last month? How did that trend for one employee? And then go and compare that, for example, against another one. Everywhere within Workpulse where you see this export button, that's the way that you can grab the current view that you're looking at and download that in a CSV file so that you can work with that further in a reporting program like Excel, for example.